Hi everyone! As some of you may know, I am a huge fan of Weird Al Yankovic, and 2 years ago I made a video where I tried his creation, the Twinkie Wiener Sandwich, and I decided why not make another Weird Al theme video. I got this Weird Al Chia Pet for my sister and brother-in-law as a present, and as you can tell, it's his original look from the 80s and 90s, with the glasses and mustache. Let's try this out. Let it grow! Let it grow! Just did a parody there, just like Al. Okay, inside the box there was this Weird Al Chia Pet planter, this plastic drip tray, and this packet of seeds. First, we will put the planter in a bowl of water, and then we will let it soak for 30 minutes. Oh, looks like it's having trouble getting in there. It's floating. I guess it needs to fill up with water so it'll stay down. Oh, watch how it bubbles. Bubble, 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 bubble. Looks like it still needs a little bit more. Okay, it looks like that's enough. Now let's give it 30 minutes. Okay, while we wait, we will mix a few teaspoons of seeds into this water. Then we will stir thoroughly. And after we finish stirring, we will let it set for 10 minutes. Okay, now that it has been half an hour, we will take the planter out of the bowl and we'll let all the water out.
23 seconds of pouring later.
Okay, now that it is empty, we will set the planter on the drip tray. Okay, now that we wait a little bit, the seeds in the water have become like a gel, and now it is time to spread it all over Al's hair so he could grow plant hair. Okay, now that we've finished spreading, we'll give the seeds a couple of days to stick to the planter.
2 days later.
Okay, now that we gave the seeds a couple of days to stick to the planter, we will now take some fresh water and we'll fill this up. And the planter will need to be filled with water every day. Also, it is important to check the drip tray daily since the water will leak from the planter into the tray and it can overflow. Well, this is my first attempt ever doing a Chia Pet, and I don't know if it's too thick or too thin, but let's just wait a little while and see how long it takes and see how it turns out. And the next day, 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 and the next. Chia. Well, it's been 2 weeks, and look how big it grew. Now let me tell you about my first experience of growing this Chia Pet. Earlier, I wasn't sure if I put the seeds on too thick or too thin, but as they kept growing, the green managed to spread around nicely. So, I do believe I put a good enough layer of seeds on Al's head. Of course, I did notice during the second week that the green was growing faster on one side than the other. And look, sooner or later, one of Al's eyes is going to get covered. And I had a lot of fun watching my Chia Pet every day as it went from a head covered with seeds to having a big weird owl fro. But I must admit, I did have some worries during this experience. For one thing, it was pretty difficult at first to put the seeds on the planter. They would keep sliding off. Then, I found out that the solution to this is to mix even more seeds into the water, or use less water in the mix. And after letting it set for an additional 10 minutes, they were able to stick to the planter much easier. Also, very early in the process, many seeds fell off the lower part of the back of the head, creating a weird bald spot. And with my mom's help, we attempted to put the seeds back on, but we were only partially successful. However, over time, enough green grew to cover it. It's like the bald spot never happened. And one final worry I had was that, after almost a week, I noticed that the seeds just above the forehead didn't seem to sprout as much as the others. So, I gave those seeds some extra water, and later, they were able to catch up with the rest of the head. But, like I said earlier, this is my first attempt at a Chia Pet, so I didn't really know what to expect. I learned from this experience that I didn't really have to worry. Every time it seemed like something was going to go wrong, it always got better. If the Chia Pet is given patience, time, and plenty of water, then it will less likely have a bad hair day. Okay, I'll stop. And the instructions for my Chia Pet said that I can enjoy it for 2 to 4 weeks before I remove the growth. And when I want to, I can start the process all over again. And despite some doubts I had earlier, I am very happy with how it turned out. Not bad for a first attempt. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show, and have a nice day, everyone.
Oh, dun, 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 dun. If I have one more pie a la mode, I'm gonna need my own zip code.
I would like to give a special thanks to my sister and brother-in-law, Emily and Tim, for giving me the Weird Al Chia Pet for Christmas last year. And to my mom for assisting me with the seeds and holding the camera for certain shots. And to my friend Strum Dynasty for doing a French voice for my time cards, as well as creating the music for when I was singing a line from Al's Bat song. And I will leave a link to his channel in the description below. Thank you all for helping make this video possible.